said it took him a long time to figure it out.
Exactly, he had to figure it out. Oh, we're going straight into it. There is no hand warmer here.
Yeah, they're both warm. I mean, Laudandus just played, and you know.
Yeah.
I feel like and Brandon kind of had a mental block with it for Brandon did the same thing versus Tafo when Tafo was in NorCal for a while.
Correct. Brandon could not beat Top Gates for a while.
And he was better.
But yeah, definitely. He would outplace him almost every tournament, but just every time they ran into each other, could not beat him. So maybe it has something to do with the Sheiks.
Yeah.
I know he gets very frustrated with the way Sheik plays. I played Brandon at a Foundry. I don't think it was recently, probably a month or two ago, and I remember I lost his Peach, but won his Sheik because I frustrated him into approaching me, period, point blank. I would just run to the other side of the stage and not approach. I could see that. And make him approach me. And his approaches were very faulty because he was upset.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I managed to win that one, and I was cheesing.
Something about us space animals, if you get in our heads, you know, I don't know, every space animal just has that thing where if you frustrate them, it seems to be a...
Correct.
Or at least every space animal has had that phase.
Yes.
I don't know why, like what it is with the character, but like if you look at any of the space animals in NorCal, like me, Brandon, or Alvin, we've all gone through phases where we've just like gotten in our own heads, and it still comes out from time to time. So
I think a lot of it has to do with the Fox has answers to literally everything in the game. However, every character has a 0 to death on Fox. So like usually if someone gets in your head and they're constantly hitting you, you lose because you get punished so hard as Fox.
That's true, yeah. And it's easy to screw up and pick a slightly wrong option or just have something you didn't mean to do come out.
Exactly.
More so than, you know, probably with other characters. So. Yeah, it's a hard knock life, like, you know, mentally and stuff. But
I am all about that psychological warfare against Fox.
Absolutely.
Especially in teams. Me and Devon, like, that's literally all we attempt to do is jump the Fox and tilt them.
Me and Alan have talked about this before, about how, like, Spaceys versus Floaties becomes this mental battle.
Yes.
And I've started doing it, too. Like, when I play Floaties, I take great delight in doing Sakurai combos, jab to up smash, up throw, up air. Anything that Floaties hate, like, I am all about that. And I want to make sure they feel as bad about it as possible. Because they want to make me feel bad.
Exactly. I'm all about up throw, down smash at 0.
Right.
And then now you're at 40%.
Right.
Like, why?
Right.
All about that. So, yeah.
Man, I like Brandon smiling. Dude,
yeah.
Body language is so big, man. You know TX Man from Washington? Evan Tice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He used to be the biggest head shaker. He'd be playing a friendly, and he would have gotten, like, he didn't even screw anything up. He just got outplayed, and he would, like, start shaking his head, and he'd get mad, and he'd start playing bad real quick. And the last, like, couple times I went to Washington, after I'd moved away, I noticed he's been, like, nodding his head a lot. And, like, something will happen, he just starts nodding his head. I'm like, man. And he's gotten a lot better. Like, he's responding to situations better. He's got better awareness. As soon as he stopped shaking his head and started nodding his head, or stopped frowning and started smiling, like that could just make you better right there. Yeah.
And if you guys are wondering what we're talking about, it's really like mental acceptance.
Exactly.
I learned it a lot from Zoo. Zoo tells me that like Zoo shakes his head when he makes the mistake, when he understands that this is something he needs to cut out of his game. When his opponent does something that leads to Zoo dying, Zoo understands, like, okay, they played that well, and he gives the props for it by nodding his head.
Right.
And you see it a lot in tennis. A lot of tennis players will, like, bang their racket or, like, say some type of expletive when they do something poor on their end, like if they do an unforced error into the net. Whereas if their opponent just plays so well, a lot of tennis players will clap for their opponent because they understand, like, these are the things that you just got to outplay.
Exactly.
And
it helps you internalize that. It helps you be like, all right, this is what he's doing. That's why he just won that exchange.
And people tend to learn from that.
You know, I would actually posit that sometimes it's good to, like, be able to smile and nod your head when you screw up, too. Like, to be able to say, yeah, that's what Melee is. This is a game where that can happen. And, you know, like, I can't let that get to me. I just got to move forward. Yeah. That's important, too.
Yeah, for sure.
If you get a chance, watch my interview with, I interviewed Pee-Pee after he won Apex, and he was talking about this exact thing and how he was going through this thing called acceptance training. How he would, like, he gave me an example. He's like, you walk out on a rainy day, and you could be like, man, it's rainy, I'm wet. Or you could be like, that's cool, I'm a little wet. And he's like, you can, like, actually make yourself better at Melee just by going out into the rain and, like, and being like, I'm cool with this. Like,
wow,
that's
actually pretty profound.
Yeah, like, I was like, man, that's why you won Apex. Like, I can't.
Because I frequently go outside and I'm like, it's raining, I don't want to be here, I want to go back home.
Right.
Yeah.
So PP is, like, just on like, straight up on some Zen. That, you know, and that matters in a game like Melee, man. Stuff will go wrong in Melee.
Yeah. Things go wrong and you just got to deal with it.
Yeah.
So,
talking about the actual like mechanics of what's going on right now, Brandon's doing some nairs he really shouldn't be.
I agree. He's baiting Sam into some grabs that Sam can't get, and then is reacting to them, which is really interesting.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. Oh, this is scary.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, he kind of lucked out, but kind of not, because that's how Fox's recovery goes. Nice.
Oh, I just realized if Sam wins this, he's out in winners.
Yeah, he's in.
Because we don't play grand finals in the pools.
Yeah,
Bracket
pool.
Yeah, bracket pool.
He just goes to, well, top 6, actually, because winner's side.
Oh, that's right. He gets a berth to top 6.
Yep, winner semis. Okay. Nice. Okay, I associated that type of movement. Brandon does that a lot. He'll come up out of a bad position, and he's really good at mixing in, just like doing an approach you shouldn't.
Yes,
like He'll wake up his Falco and like short up down at me. I'm like, bruh, you're not supposed to, but you are, just not very often. And Brandon's good at doing it, not often enough that it's hard to find.
I think that's something as Peach that a lot of players really need to get better at. Peach has a lot of times where you hit her, and she can hit you immediately afterwards. But if you overuse it, it becomes very easy to bait out. Like like if you send Peach into a tumble state, she can double jump nair out of it, and it'll be like ground level, and it's good.
Right.
But if you overuse it, people start to bait that out, and you can get messed up for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Hard read on that up smash. And that was I believe that was what is that called?
Ah!
And Sam takes it
that
2-0.
sucks. Brandon and losers. That's unfortunate. What was the situation you were talking about?